Hey,
Hey,
everybody, Gene Ginsburg here, and the
Miss.
amazing Angela.
Yes, with all her wrinkles, right? I don't like these things, Jean. I need to put like a filter on or something.
What are you talking about? I don't see anything.
Look. Ah.
I don't see it.
Anyways, we're talking about how to make your digital makeover stand out today. And I think that that's very timely because, hey, let's face it, the world has changed. Things have shifted so much with COVID and all the other things going on right now. We've talked about how timely it is to really take a look at what's going on with your business by doing Google searches, by looking at all your social networks and all the other things where you might have your business plastered out there. So that's all great and everything, but because the online space is starting to get more crowded, it's really important that you know how to make your digital makeover stand out. So, Jean, I think we should dive into this topic and talk about what is what is the thing that makes people stand out. Even if you have the most beautiful branding, you still have to stand out, right? So what does that look like, and how do you go about making yourself stand out?
Absolutely. So we've talked a little bit about it here before, in general, on our Facebook lives, but also this week. And what we're talking about today, really, I would call is the unique selling proposition, right? So what makes the unique value proposition is another way of saying it. So what makes you different, right? So of course, part of I can talk about a few things that make you different. One is just your background and experience, because we all have different backgrounds. Mine is different than Angela's and everybody else's. So like you're gonna, the way that your customers are gonna engage with you and interact with you is because it's going to be different because of just how
Who you are.
I have a background in technology and let's say marketing and and I also have a background in e-learning. So like my experience is a lot different than let's say your experience, Angela. So there's one thing that's very different.
Right.
It's just kind of your background.
Right.
And the other thing that would be different would be like your imagery, right? So like what kind of like presence and feel do you have for your brand? For example, mine is, I have certain brand colors that I like I have red in my brand colors. But that's because that's what I love, and that what I feel like makes me stand out. But then other, and I'm kind of like casual / professional on my imagery. But a lot of times there's brands out there that, like we talked about that brand with the pole dancing, like they're all about like skimpy outfits and like high heels and stiletto heels, like, right? That's not my brand, but that's their brand. So what are your thoughts initially here?
Well, yeah, I agree with you. And I think that your branding evolves over time, right? So for me, it's really interesting when I look at my branding and the different things I've done to stand out. It's always been very simple tweaks that, make me stand out, and very simple taglines. But I'm known for getting things done in a very simple way, right? So, I think it's just all about who you are and to find something. So for me, it's always like, okay, for example, I'm just going to share something. I love technology, and I have a corporate background in technology. And one of the things that I have noticed through my 18 years of doing online marketing is that, and I've helped over 2,000 entrepreneurs, is that people they struggle with tech, especially women. Like it's not that they struggle with actually doing it sometimes, but just like the concept of like putting all these pieces together can be overwhelming, right? So what I did is I just recently launched a course called the Simple Profit Online course. And one of my big hooks is easy tech, like super, super easy tech. Even though I'm a tech person, I recognize that in my people. So that's, as it relates to like my branding around that, it's called the Simple Profit Online course. The thing that makes me stand out is I'm like easy tech, where a lot of other online course creators don't talk about. They don't pick that out. Like they're like, well, how to create a course. And I'm like, yeah, but how to do it super easy, and how to use limited tech so you can get up and running and make money right away instead of spend 3 months to 6 months creating something.
Yeah. And that's something that we talk a lot about in our community. So digital marketing and tech for entrepreneurs is actually the reason why we called it that, is because same thing. We have seen that a lot of entrepreneurs have difficulty with tech, and a lot of women entrepreneurs have difficulty with tech. And absolutely, totally agree with you. Like so many times that things get bogged down, or a lot of times like that what I think is challenging for people that I've noticed, entrepreneurs, is that like it's even challenging to just take the first step. I think once you take the first step, then things kind of flow. But like there's this like mindset that like the first step is going to be the hardest, and it, you know, it can be, and so people don't even start, and they don't even get their like funnel and their tech set up, because it's just like the first step is the challenging step. So we're here to support you, and we're here to get that, you know, to get you to take that first step.
Exactly. I 100% agree. And so the whole thing is what I would invite you to do is you're going out, you know, taking a look at your business and really writing down all of your digital assets and where they're at and what they look like, is to really, you know, make inventory of all the things, all your skill sets. So any awards, accolades, trainings, anything like that that you've had, and look at your processes, you know, the processes that you teach your clients. What is that? What's inside your process that you could pull out that makes you more unique than everybody else out there that's your competitor, that you could pull out, and it could be front facing to the customer, that you could then put into your digital makeover, right? I think that that's my best piece of advice to you right now. And the thing is, if you're not sure what that might look like, that's why we have our group. You can come in our group, you can ask questions, you can throw your ideas out there, and we're going to support you and we'll answer. And there's a lot of amazing women in the community that will be happy, especially if you want to do a little poll or something. If you're like, okay, well, I have these 3 things that I think make me unique. Obviously, pick one, because if you have more than one, I think it's confusing for people. Put it in a little poll and let us give you our feedback. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was going to say there's a couple other things that I was going to mention that are part of your digital makeover, that are part of your unique selling proposition. So one is your background, right? Because everyone's background is different. 2 is your like brand feel, imagery. 3 is your mission and your vision. So what is the mission and vision for your brand? Like, for example, I can give you my example for my own business is, so we urge businesses to think differently about digital marketing. So basically have a paradigm shift when it comes to digital marketing. And also our mission is to double the revenue of 5,000 businesses over the next 5 years. So that's our mission. That's part of our brand, because that's what we, I guess, connect with when it comes to our customers. So that is the 3rd thing. And then the 4th thing is really your messaging, right? So what is it that we do? Like, for example, for this group that we have, the community of women entrepreneurs, our mission is and our message is to bring in and support women entrepreneurs in technology and digital marketing, because we think that that's a challenging part a lot of times for entrepreneurs. So we want people to start, getting their sales funnel, getting their tech up and running as soon as possible. So that way they're not just like sitting there and being like, how do I start an online business?
Right. Absolutely. I 100% agree. Well, I think this is great. I love talking about digital marketing. I love talking about digital makeovers. I think it's a really important thing. I think tech is, you know, one of those things that you love it or you hate it, or you're totally indifferent, but it's there and it's going to be part of your life, just because tech is how people communicate now. So it's really important that, you know, if you ever feel like it's driving you crazy, reach out to us. We're here to support you.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we get into, before we wrap up, I actually want to say one more thing, and that's going to be about our Social Media Day Summit. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. So this is really fun. It's really amazing. So we are putting on a Social Media Day Summit on June 30th. It will be all women entrepreneurs that specialize in something related to social media. Like, we're going to have a TikTok expert, a Pinterest expert. We're even going to have a PR expert as it relates to social media, someone that builds relationships with social media. I mean, you name it, we're going to talk about it. It's going to be free. So if this is something where you want to learn how to grow your social media accounts like massively and get big exposure, I highly encourage you to come to this. Jean, did I forget anything?
No, that's fantastic. Yeah, we're gonna talk all about social media. So June 30th every year is Social Media Day, which is why we're doing it on June 30th. And we're gonna have a bunch of amazing speakers. It's becoming, I think, almost like a full day. Before it was like half a day. Now we have so many speakers that it's gonna be a full day. It's absolutely free for you to join. So please come for the whole day, for half a day. whatever you want, whatever you have time. And you can go to socialmediaday.online, and I actually put the notification into the comments. And we're going to have everything related to how to grow your business with social media. So we're going to talk about TikTok and Pinterest and Instagram. We have an Instagram person coming in. She's amazing. We have a TikTok person. Angela's going to talk about how she got 3.2 million views on Pinterest. So we're super excited, and we would love for you to join us. So go to socialmediaday.online, and you could register here absolutely free.
Awesome. Super excited. We'll see you there, and we'll see you Monday back at the same time, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, for our next Facebook Live. And if you are a woman and want to join our group, Digital Women in Tech for Women Entrepreneurs in Facebook, we will see you then.